Hello everyone, in this video we get to work on an internal storage drive and an optical drive. Right here in the bottom right corner, we're going to start here first. Before we get our hands dirty, let's make sure that we have our battery unplugged as well as our power adapter cable removed from our laptop. At this point, we're going to zoom in on this internal storage drive access panel here, and we're going to remove and replace a laptop hard drive. So let's get started. So we've got our access panel for our laptop hard drive. You can see that there's one screw here marked with that disk symbol and another screw up here marked with another disk symbol. So we're going to remove those two screws to gain access to our laptop hard drive. With both screws loosened, we're ready to open up that access panel. I have a little tab here. You can see it's going to lift up, and I can just pick up and pull out that access panel. Below is the hard drive. This is my laptop 2.5-inch hard drive that we have inside of our laptop computer. To access this, you can see that I have one screw over here, which we're going to need to unscrew. And we see this is the SATA connector, so we know what direction this hard drive has to come out. The screw is loosened. In order to remove this from the SATA connector that we see right here, I'm going to have to grab this tab, and I'm going to lift and slide it back. The hard drive is now disconnected from the SATA port on the motherboard of our laptop. I can just pick this hard drive up, and it's removed. So here is our platter SATA 2.5-inch hard drive that we'd like to replace. Now you can see that it's inside of this shield here, which is this metal shield, and we have 4 screws holding it in. 1, 2, and the other side, 3, 4. What we will do is, off camera, remove this shield off of this platter 2.5-inch serial hard drive. That's a 120 gig hard drive. I'm going to replace it with my 250 gig, twice the size, solid state hard disk drive. With the solid state hard drive installed inside of my metal adapter plate, now I'll need to rest this back in the slot. Then I'll push it sideways until it locks into play. If you have trouble pushing it, don't forget you got this tab here that we can use and pull it and slide it into place. At this point in time, we can put our screw back in right here. Just go ahead and screw it back down. The hard drive is slid into the SATA connector. The screw is back in. Now we'll replace our access panel. The access panel is on, but now we have to screw in both our screws here to hold it into place. Our internal storage drive is now upgraded. At this point in time, we want to zoom out and find that optical drive. My optical drive is on this side of the laptop right here. And in order to access this optical drive, I actually have one screw to remove. So let's zoom in, take a look at that screw, and then also the procedure for me to remove my optical drive from this specific laptop. So we're zoomed in. You can see that screw. It's got that optical disc insignia on it for that icon. I'll remove this screw, and that's going to make my optical drive more accessible. For this laptop, not completely accessible, just more accessible. So let's get that screw out of there, and I'll show you the next step for this specific laptop. Now the screw is out. It looks like we'd be good just to pull out an optical drive, but we're not. This laptop does not have a slot for me to easily push the optical drive out. This laptop is a little bit different. So I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to show you how to remove this optical drive from this laptop. So to start, you can see where we removed the screw, which is right here. But now for the optical disk drive, we got to remove it. It doesn't just pull straight out. What I actually have here on this model is a disconnect/eject button. That's different than just putting in a CD or DVD. What I need to do is push relatively firm straight in and release. And my drive disconnects from inside the laptop, and I can pull out the optical drive. If I purchase a new optical drive, I can replace it just by sliding it back in and giving it a firm push. It's locked back in. And now to finish up, I'll put my screw back into that lock slot for the optical drive. With the screw installed, we can reconnect our laptop back up with our battery and our power adapter, and we're good for our upgraded optical drive and our internal hard drive.